Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm acting like I'm shooting a YouTube video, but listen, a lot of you guys been asking me how I mark up the charts and stuff like that, but for right now I'm gonna just show you guys how I was able to make $5,000 in a day by using my strategy and following my rules and stuff like that on this pair GBPCHF. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna start recording my screen. As you guys can see here, I'm on the daily time frame, and I'm gonna move it over to the weekly. The first rule is that you want to be able to identify the trend, right? You want to be able to identify the trend, which way is the market going, and you want to be flowing with the wave. If you're not flowing, if you're going against the wave, then you're gonna crash, and we don't want that. So first thing is to identify the trend, and once you identify the trend, like I did here, so I'm gonna show you guys. As you guys can see, the market is going where? It's going bearish, right? As you can see, it's going up and down here, but the overall move is going down. So once I notice that, I marked that down. I said, okay, the weekly time frame is bearish. As you guys, let me just mark it up for you guys. You guys can see price is going down, up, down, up. But the overall move, all of this right here, because it's consolidating, is market structure. But the overall move is that leg. This leg right here indicates that the market is going bearish because none of this price went above. None of this price went above or below. Once it breaks one of these, then it's either bullish or it's going to continue bearish. So with that being said, we're going to go over down to the daily. We already identified that the weekly is bearish. So now we're on a daily time frame. As you guys can see, it's been consolidating for since last year, 2022, since October 2022. It's been consolidating. So on the daily time frame, I realized, okay, something is changing here. Market is shifting. Once price broke above here, retest this area and broke above this, and then broke this area right here, that already told me that price was going bearish, right? That I already identified. I'm like, okay, now the time frame, I write it down on here. I think it's already on here. Let me see if I can find it. Because I hit it earlier. Alright, so boom, I'm gonna move this a little closer so I can show you guys. So I don't have to retype it again. So once I seen price broke this area right here, I already said, okay, I typed it in. I said daily time frame is bearish, and automatically the 4-hour time frame was already bearish, right? So price pulled back. Price pulled back here and then continue to break. And this was the move I was waiting for. Now I know it's really bearish. You know what I'm saying? Because price broke previous structure right here, and now I was like, okay, so once this daily candle closed, I was like, now I'm waiting for a pullback. And the next area of resistance was this area. As you guys can see, I marked up my area of interest was one is right here. Boom. One is right here, another zone. All of these fall support right here. Support turns into what? Resistance, right? So when that happened, I went down to the lower time frame. I waited for an entry signal. I really waited for an entry signal, but it was kind of tricky because when price came down and did this, 4-hour became bullish. And I was like, I still know that the overall bias is bearish because of the weekly and the daily, right? So I waited for this to break below this structure right here. Once it broke this structure, I was like, okay, now I know price is bearish. I thought price was gonna come back to this area and retest this, like this area, or retest this zone again before it went back down, but it didn't. Price started rejecting in this zone right here, and I noticed that price started doing price, this 4-hour candle went up and closed like this, indicating that the bulls are no longer in control. So what happened was, it did it here too, but I was overall bias was still bearish. So I noticed this, and then I was like, you know what? I waited and I waited and I waited. Then I noticed this candle ended up closing like this, and then I went down to the 30-minute, where it kind of gave me a morning star formation, and I entered right here. I don't know why this is right here, but I entered right here. For my risk reward was 2.53, and my stop loss was 33 pips stop loss, right? So, and my target was right here, as you guys can see, this next structure daily zone right here, right? And if I would have held this, because I went to sleep around this time, I think it was like, I was gone. I was knocked out. So I put my take profit. It hit it overnight, and then only if I would have held this a little longer to this zone right here, I would have made at least another $5,000. Yep, that would have been beautiful, man. But yeah, guys. So this is my take on how I was able to make $5,000 on this pair of GBPCHF. And in a matter of one full day. Yeah, so guys, I hope you guys like this small tutorial on how I was able to make $5,000. And stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing more of these in the future. I'm just trying to get some of y'all feedback. You know, let me know what y'all think about this. And if you guys want to know more, hit me up in the DMs, and I'll be able to shoot you guys. And I'll probably start like a small little community where I'm breaking down more charts on what trades I'm going to take and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Appreciate you guys for joining. See you guys on the next one. Deuces.